Okay, today we're working on checking your understanding over the articles we read for the Revolutionary War and It's a Revolution. So let's go ahead and look at these questions and see if we can figure out what's going on here. Number one, using information from the passage, the Revolutionary War, which of the following choices does not name an important battle that took place during the Revolutionary War? A, the Battle of Lexington and Concord. B, the Battle of Yorktown. C, the Treaty of Paris. And D, the Battles of Saratoga. So up here in my question, I'm looking at this not. It says not an important battle. So there's only one of these that says not a battle. Okay. So let's go ahead and circle that one. And it is C, the Treaty of Paris. Okay. Let's come over here to number 4. Which of the following choices is not information that can be found in both passages? Again, we have this word not, okay? We're looking for both passages. So A, the American Revolution began in 1775. B, the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4, 1776. C, the Battle of Lexington and Concord is considered the beginning of the American Revolution. And D, the Treaty of Paris officially ended the war in 1783. So when I go back and I look at this packet and my story, okay, I will find that the American Revolution began in 1775. I will also find the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th, 1776. Okay. Actually, this one is only in one article. It's not in both. And up here, it says both, okay, which can be found in both passages. So we're going to go ahead and choose the Declaration of Independence because it is only in one, it is not in both. Okay, let's look at number 2. Number 2 says, which of the following choices best describes the main idea of the website, It's a Revolution? So this time we're only looking at It's a Revolution. A, the American Revolution is also known as the Revolutionary War. B, the American Revolution was a series of battles between the British and the American colonists who were led by General George Washington. C, the battles of Saratoga were a turning point in the American Revolution. And D, France was a major ally to America during the Revolutionary War. So when I am looking at my choices, okay, I want to make sure if I'm finding what it is mostly about, okay, and it does mention the American Revolution is also known as the Revolutionary War, but that's not what it's mostly about. It doesn't give me any details about what it's about, okay? This one is a possibility because it tells me about the battles, it tells me who they were led by, and all of that information is very important to us. C says the Battle of Saratoga were a turning point in the American Revolution, and it talks about this, but it also talks about other things. So that's an important detail, but it's not what it's mostly about. And this one says France was a major ally. France was a major ally, but is that what it's mostly about? Because that's what the main idea is. What something is mostly about. So I think our best choice here, because remember, it tells us to pick the best, is B because it gives the most details about what it was mostly about. Okay. So number 3, using information from It's a Revolution, what does the term ally mean? So is it A, to partner and work together, B, to fight, C, to take something away, or D, to protest? Well, when I go back in the story and I look at the sentence with ally in it, um, and I try to figure out something that I can put in there in that sentence, it's pretty obvious that it means people that work together because it talks about France being our ally and they came to help us and to work through the war. Number 5 says, which of the following choices lists the way George Washington contributed to the American Revolution? So A, George Washington served as general and leader of the American Army during the war. B, George Washington warned colonists at Concord that the British were coming to take their weapons. C, George Washington helped lead the British armies. C, George Washington led colonists at the Boston Tea Party. So in order to answer this, I'm going to go back to that picture of George Washington. I'm going to read that little section, okay? And it clearly tells me that he was the general and leader of the American Revolution. Okay, so I've done 5 with you, so now you get to do these next 5 by yourself. I'm going to read them to you. So number 6, if a reader wants to know how the war ended, which heading should he or she look under in the Revolutionary War? A, controversial causes. B, brutal battles. C, winning the war. Or D, glossary. Again, where do I look, okay, to know how the war ended? Okay, what's the end of the war? Which one of those? Let's come over here. Let's look at number 8. Which of the following choices is not information that can be learned from the timeline? So I'm going back and I'm looking at my timeline, okay? I'm going to try to find something here that is going to tell me the answer. So A, the American Revolution lasted for 8 years. B, the passing of the Tea Act helped lead the Boston Tea Party. C, George Washington was born in 1732. And D, the British surrendered at the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. So which one of those is not on the timeline? Okay, let's look at this number 7. It says, it's a revolution, the author wrote. It is interesting to note that while the most famous images show only white men fighting, women, African Americans, and Native Americans also fought for the cause. In fact, other countries were involved in the war as well. What can readers infer from this information? Okay, so we're taking what we know, which is what we read, and we're putting it with our background knowledge and trying to come up with an inference. So A, only a few people were needed in order to win the war between America and Great Britain. B, the American Revolution did not impact any other country. C, many people had to work together in order for Americans to win the Revolutionary War. D, the Revolutionary War was an easy and simple war to win. So which one of these is supported by this? Number 9. If a reader of It's a Revolution wanted to write to the author with some questions about the Revolutionary War, which hyperlink should he or she use to do so? Okay, so we're trying to contact the author. So A says about us, B says contact us, C says facts, and D sitemap. Last question. You guys are doing wonderful. According to the text, what caused France to become allies with America and support them during the American Revolution? A, when American soldiers won the Battle of Saratoga and after talking with Benjamin Franklin. B, when the Treaty of Paris was signed by America and Britain. C, when the first shot of the American Revolution was fired in Lexington. Or D, when the Declaration of Independence was signed. Nice job. You have finished your check for understanding. So the next page that you need to do today is the compare and contrast page. Okay, so we've done these before, so let's try to figure this out. So on one side, okay, we're going to put the Revolutionary War. And on the other side, we have It's a Revolution. Okay, so what do they have in common? When I look at these, probably the biggest thing that they have in common is they are both about the American Revolution. Okay? So their main idea, their biggest topic is about the American Revolution. Now, It's a Revolution is a website, okay? And the Revolutionary War isn't a website, okay? It is an article. Now, the Revolutionary War over here has a timeline. It's a revolution, has links that you can follow to learn about the battle. So let's take this and put it down here so that we can write and read about it. So it says, compare and contrast the two passages, include details from both passages to explain how they are alike and how they are different. So the passages, I'm going to need more room here, are alike because they are both about the American Revolution. Now, you have to go find text. I'm not going to do that for you. So you have to find some text evidence. So in the Revolutionary War, it states, okay, now you are finding something here. Okay, you're putting something in these quotation marks that tells me that it's about the revolution. Okay, and then you're going to tell me the website. The name of our website is It's a Revolution. Okay, so the website It's a Revolution tells me, okay, and then you're going to tell me what it tells you. What does it tell you? What is some text from there that tells me that it's about the American Revolution? You can do this. I know you can. Okay, so now we're going to say the passages are different because, okay, and now we're going to have to use some of these that are things that are on each side. So because one is an article and one is a website. So now you have to give me information about that. Okay, how do you know? How do you know one is an article and how do you know one is a website? Okay, so you should be writing here one thing from the Revolutionary War, and then I'm going to need another thing from It's a Revolution. Okay, so now you have finished the compare and contrast page. So that is all we will be learning.